Valley, a little boy died earlier this week in a shooting police call preventable. This tragic situation has sparked a new conversation regarding gun safety. 8 News Now reporter Madison Kimbrough went to a local gun range today. She joins us live in the newsroom with some important safety tips. Madison.
Yeah, it's a story we hear way too often of people mishandling their firearms. And now with the pandemic, more and more people are buying guns without proper knowledge of how to handle them. Gun safety has always been a huge topic of discussion. And after this past Wednesday's incident of a mother accidentally killing her 3-year-old son, the need for education when handling and owning a firearm is vital. In the state of Nevada, there are no licenses, mandatory waiting periods, or registrations to purchase firearms. But federal law requires licensed firearm dealers to run a background check on prospective purchasers. Places like the Range 702 make it their mission to educate everyone that walks in their door on the importance of knowing how to handle a gun.
Safety classes and education here for us is exactly and just as important as selling a firearm. Obviously, we believe it's really important to be able to protect yourself. Equally, it's just as important to be able to know how to use that firearm that you're purchasing.
At the Range 702, training a potential buyer is just as important as making a sale. These are weapons we're dealing with, and even though training isn't required by law, educating the public is something the gun store is very passionate about and prides itself in.
What we noticed is that there was just a lack of education. So we actually decided to fill that gap and create one-on-one training classes where people who now have the need to have a firearm in their home and want to protect their family can actually protect their family because they know how to use the firearm.
Part of training also includes the ideal spot for your weapon when keeping it in the house.
We'll go over where and how to store your firearm. Oddly enough, it's very specific, depending on your home, depending on your firearm, and depending on who you have in your home.
As for the 3-year-old boy and his mom, his mother, 25-year-old Jasmine Vargas, claims she had no idea there was a round in the chamber. And while she was legally in possession of the newly acquired firearm, she told police she had no experience loading the weapon and that her boyfriend had loaded it for her. Now, the investigation is still ongoing, but this is now a case for Metro's Abuse and Neglect Division. And Vargas was booked on a charge of child abuse with substantial bodily harm, including death. Reporting live in the newsroom, Madison Kimbrough, 8 News Now.